everyone, what is going on? As always, it's your boy Bobson, and welcome to the first Cold Takes podcast episode of 2021. Woo! I had to remember to say 2021 because I knew I might say 2020. As always, I'm joined by my co-hosts, Smeekwol and Zach, and welcome. One thing to clarify from our last video where we did our NBA 2021 season picks, the punishment will be throughout this video. You'll see when the first one happens. We'll explain it more then, but it is in the video. Do not worry. And first off, how are you guys? How you guys doing?
Wait, a little more on that if anybody's confused. We did NBA picks for the week, and I ended up getting the least amount right. So the punishment, are we saying the punishment right?
And that's why I said no. We'll just let it happen.
We'll just let it happen? Okay.
Yeah, that's why I said it the way I did.
But yeah, just to explain why there is a punishment if somebody didn't watch the last video.
And the picks will now continue in this. They will be a part of the podcast weekly. We'll also turn it into a separate video and upload it. And so that's how we will go going forward. But how are you guys though? How's your New Year? How's your New Year's Eve?
Mine was all right. I just sat in my room and watched TV, and then when it was almost New Year's, went downstairs, said Happy New Year's to my family, texted people, and went back upstairs in my room and kept watching TV.
You live with your girlfriend, Roy, so you got to spend it with your girlfriend. I was here with a kid and my sister and brother-in-law, and we literally watched Schitt's Creek till the ball dropped, watched the ball drop, and then everyone went to bed but me.
GG.
Right?
Lit New Year's Eve.
Exactly.
For all of us, sounds like.
It is the way it should be spent this year. If you're going out, you're an idiot. You should have stayed in. And honestly, let's hope by next year we can have a massive party to bring in 2022. But who knows? This week in sports, was there much going on? I mean, you got the NBA season in full effect. You got the last week of the NFL playoffs the day this comes out. Or the NFL playoffs, the NFL regular season the day this comes out. And hockey starts in a week. But was there any big news in basketball?
Siakam got benched. Other than that, I don't really know if anything huge happened.
Yeah. Few injuries. Ja Morant.
Twisted his ankle.
I don't know how long he's out for, though.
I think it's a couple weeks.
Okay.
I don't know.
Jeez. For people who have him on their fantasy team.
Half their team is injured right now.
Jesus.
Like they have 7 or 8 injured players, so they're not looking great.
Smeekwol, as I have Sportsnet open, I don't know if you already know this, but the Saints' entire running back core is out for Week 17.
Yep.
And you play your playoffs and your finals in fantasy this week.
Yeah. So Kamara, I found out Kamara was out the other day, so I got their backup, which I was happy about because I thought he would do very good, and then he's out as well, so kind of sucks.
That's tough.
Poor guy.
After carrying my team last week with
I'll play running back for him.
I'll play running back for him.
I'm
you
not
can't
very
even
fast,
get into the country, let alone go play running back for the New Orleans Saints. I mean, they have a backup quarterback that's basically a running back.
Yeah, yeah. They run him all.
Give him the ball.
Exactly.
Really big news in the NHL that I really don't want to talk about because it makes me sad. But the Bruins' former captain, Zdeno Chara, left the Boston Bruins after 14 years to sign with the Washington Capitals. Bruins management told him they wanted to go younger. And although I do agree he is old and he is getting much slower, he doesn't suck. He's still a standout defenseman, and it sucks to lose him.
That sucks for you.
Yeah, it does suck. Twice the Bruins have done this to me.
He'll always be a Senator instead of a Bruin.
Okay, let's be real. He's always an Islander where he got drafted. No one ever remembers that. Played one season there, was the first round pick, and then traded. So other than that, I mean, there's not much nothing big's really happening in sports. Next week's going to be fun to do because by the time we record this, There'll have been one NFL playoff game done, maybe two, so we can talk about those. I'm really excited to see the Bills go into the playoffs. Third year in a row. Going to be good. And they're actually good this year. Last year they barely made it, and they blew a 19-0 lead. So let's hope it's not like that again this year.
19-0, jeez.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's no 23-3 that the Falcons blew in the Super Bowl, but
I'll be rooting for the Bills.
Right?
Yeah.
They're a good, solid team.
Yeah.
Who did I pick to win the Super Bowl, and then Tanner has to give me $20 or something like that?
You picked the Chiefs.
Okay, so hopefully they win.
And who did I pick to win the Premier League, I think it was?
You picked Liverpool, and they're currently tied for first.
Hey, let's go.
With Manchester United.
Fine, the Bills are going to eliminate the Chiefs in the AFC final game anyways. But we can hop into this week's worth of NBA picks if we want.
Sure.
I will... I don't think we can share our screen and keep the format, so I'll just read them off. Okay, guys, so we are moving on into our picks, and I'm going to read them off. Each one of us can just say who we have. We have it on a screen. I think Smeekwell has it up, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, everything's up.
Perfect. January 4th, and we start off with the 76ers and the Hornets. Zach and I took the 76ers. Roy took the Hornets. You want to explain why, Roy?
I like LaMelo Ball. I like Devontae Graham.
Yeah, I like Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, though.
Fair.
Terry Rozier. Gordon Hayward. Bismack Biyombo.
Okay, while we're here, I need a clarification. Do we think LaMelo is better than his brother? Why can't I think of his name?
Lonzo.
Lonzo.
LiAngelo?
No, we know he's better than LiAngelo. He actually made it to the NBA.
LiAngelo's the best of the three.
But is he better? Do we think he's better than Lonzo?
I think he will be once they play him more.
Yeah, I think he's definitely a better scorer, and he's got the same court vision. So, I mean, Lonzo can score when he wants to. He just never wants to for some reason.
Yeah,
he just takes bad shots.
He's been shooting. Yeah, he's been shooting a little better this year, I think.
I think last year he shot well too. He shot like 47% or something like that from three, which is better than his like 25 the year before or something like that.
Definitely getting better. But.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay, next up we got the Magic versus the Cavs. Zach, really?
Listen. God, you're acting like the Magic are like the Lakers or something. Okay.
They're better than the friggin' Cavs.
The Cavs aren't bad.
The Cavs have had a good start, man. Their backcourt is really good.
Yeah.
Kevin Love looks like their fourth best player. They got some players, man.
Their backcourt has the best nickname in the NBA. Sexland.
Oh my god. Okay, next up we have the Hawks and the Knicks, and I'll explain myself. They laughed at me when I they dared me to take the Knicks in week 1. I will continue to take the Knicks for the rest of the season just because of that. The Knicks have my pick every time they play. Even if they play the Mavs, I will take the Knicks over the Mavs.
That's just they're going to have a losing record this season.
Nope, they're making the playoffs.
So you're going to be losing a lot of games because of the Knicks.
They're making the playoffs. Next up, we have the Heat versus the Thunder.
Guy just chastised me for taking the Cavs, and he's taking the Knicks for the rest of the year.
I'm pretty sure the Knicks aren't. They have a losing record already. It's not.
So next up, we have the Heat and the Thunder. The Heat play. We all chose to take the Heat. I think that was a pretty obvious choice after everyone left the Thunder. And now, and the Heat are a pretty solid team. Next up, we got the Raps and Celtics, and I took the Celtics. As they have mentioned before, they will be taking the Raptors in almost every game. And I think Roy is taking them every game.
I hope they start doing better because
right
now.
Zach has a little confliction in which we'll get to later. Next up, we got the Bucks versus the Pistons, and man, do the Pistons suck.
Okay, wait, hold on. You didn't watch the game last night, did you?
Why would I?
They're looking very good. They're looking solid. Jeremy Grant, when he starts going, I mean, the Bucks have not been looking the greatest, except for when they're playing good. They look great, but
is Blake Griffin hurt?
Yeah.
Okay. That was my question. Next up, we got the Pelicans versus the Pacers. I took the Pelicans. Zach took the Pelicans. Roy, you chose the Pacers. Sorry,
Pacers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why is that?
Because they've been looking very good so far. Sabonis has been playing great. Brogdon has been playing great.
Yeah.
Oladipo has been playing great. I think it could go either way.
Yeah.
But I chose the Pacers.
Next up, we got the Mavs and the Rockets, and much like the Knicks, I will be taking the Mavs every game this season, except for when they play the Knicks. And they both took the Rockets.
You're taking the Knicks over the Mavs too?
Yeah, in those games. That was your way out.
Nope. And then in the Kings versus the Warriors, I took the Warriors. I kind of just did this, and I didn't do this later on too. I did this to be separate from the other two. I assumed they were both going to choose the Kings, and this is one I think the Warriors might be able to squeak out.
No.
And then we move on to January 5th, and we chose all the same teams for this whole day.
Oh, yeah.
So Nets versus Jazz, we all got the Nets. Lakers versus Grizzlies, we all got the Lakers. Nuggets versus the Wolves, we all have the Nuggets. Clippers versus the Spurs, we all took the Clippers. And the Blazers versus the Bulls, we all took the Blazers. So,
I feel like that's a day of pretty easy picks, but in the NBA, you never know. Like, Jazz could squeak one out.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Like, Spurs could win that game.
Yeah.
Bulls could win, too. I don't see Grizzlies winning without Ja, but they could.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for them.
And so, January 6th, we got the Wizards versus 76ers. I took the Sixers. They both chose the Wizards. Honestly, I'm just taking the 76ers because the Wizards let me down when I bet on them the other day. So
that's a 50-50 game, I think. That could go either way.
Yeah, Wizards starting off not the greatest, but I think they'll pick it up.
Next up, I see Zach did a nice little flip from January 4th. We got the Magic versus the Cavs.
Well,
Zach chose to take the Cavs this time, as Roy and I. Yeah, as Roy and I both took the Magic as well.
Yeah, I mean, they're not. I don't think the Cavs are going to win both. I mean, they could.
I think they have a better chance at the first game because I think the Magic have some injuries right now, and I don't know when. Yeah, so I think Evan Fournier's injured. I don't know when he comes back.
The only person I can name on the Magic is Aaron Gordon, and that's if he's still there.
What about Vooch? Nikola Vucevic.
Didn't know that.
Now you do.
Thank you. The more you know. Next up, we got the Rockets versus the Pacers. I think this is a real toss-up game, and it all depends on how Harden performs, in my opinion. But I did take the Rockets.
I'm really high on the Rockets this year. Christian Wood has been looking great so far. I think they'll be a very solid team as long as Harden wants to stay, which I think he will. I don't think they're trading. The rumors have died down. I think he's here
just for him to go get traded like tomorrow morning before we release this. Next up, we got the Celtics and the Heat. Both Roy and I took the Celtics. Zach, you took the Heat. I think it's going
to be a good game.
I think it's a good playoff rematch.
Yeah, like Celtics are a good team. Heat are a good team. Could go either way.
Yeah,
depends who goes off. If Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum pop off, then. But if Duncan Robinson or Tyler Hero drop 8 threes, then who knows?
That's fair. Now we're at the Hornets and the Hawks. I mean, Roy and I took the Hornets, and the Hornets have been playing well. But Zach took the Hawks, and want to explain why?
The Hawks look really good. I think I took the Hawks a lot this week because they've looked really good.
My pick has changed. I've now taken the Hawks. I've taken the Hornets too many times this week.
Yeah.
And the Hawks do look very good.
Mm-hmm. Hawks have looked good, and the Hornets have looked okay. Not great.
Yeah.
So next up, we got the Knicks versus the Jazz, and as always, I'm taking the Knicks. The other two have the Jazz. And I think Roy's explanation earlier about the Knicks most likely having a losing record explains why he chose the Jazz. So we can move on to the next one. the Pelicans versus the Thunder. We all took the Pelicans. The Bucks versus the Pistons. We all took the Bucks. Then we come to the Raptors versus the Suns, and that's where we talk about Zach's confliction. Zach has said he is taking the Raptors every game this season, and Zach has also said he is taking the Suns every game this season. And he had to go and make a decision here, and Zach, you can explain that.
Yeah, so I took the Suns this week, and then the next time they play, I'll take the Raptors. I don't know how many times they're playing this year, but I'll just flip between the two, and hopefully if it's an odd number, I get the most. I got one of them right. I get the Suns win most of the games. I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
The Raptors are winning them all, so
I wouldn't mind either of them winning. So,
and then
but for my pick's sake,
yeah. I mean, if the Raptors lose, if it's to the Suns, I wouldn't be as mad, you know.
Everyone's going to be a Suns bandwagon this year. I've been cheering for them for years while they were trash. Years.
In Zach's defense, he has.
I've been a Suns fan forever, and they've been awful.
Okay, so next two, we have the same pick. So the first game is the Kings and the Bulls. We all took the Kings, and then the second game is the Clippers versus the Warriors, and we all took the Clippers. So we will hop into January 7th. And we got the Nets versus 76ers. We all took the Nets. Then we got the Cavs versus the Grizzlies. Roy and I took the Cavs, and Zach took the Grizzlies. Why are you taking the Grizzlies, Zach?
I mean, I think the Grizzlies are a better team overall, but
even
again,
without Ja?
Yeah, I mean, they still got Jaren Jackson. They've got a couple good players, so I mean, they could win. The Cavs could win. Just going kind of.
Jaren Jackson's injured right now, though.
Well,
for a few weeks,
they're still a pretty good team.
That's what I was saying. Like half the team is not playing.
Yeah, that's tough.
Zach, make a change
in the NBA. Anyone can beat anyone on any given night. So let's not pick the favorite every game, because then you're going to get a losing record.
Pick the favorite. That's your best odds.
that doesn't work so well with.
No, I can attest to that. Yeah. Next up, we got the Blazers versus Timberwolves. We all took the Blazers. The Nuggets versus the Mavs. I took the Mavs. As I said, I'm taking them every game. And they took the Nuggets, which I guess with the way the Mavs have been playing this season, and the Nuggets are a good team.
The way Luka's been playing.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, I think he did really good last night, though. So, and he'll start. He'll start going off.
He'll pick it up. Yeah.
And then the final game of the day, we got Lakers versus Spurs. Roy and I took the Lakers. Zach chose to take the Spurs for some reason. Explain yourself.
I mean, Spurs are kind of a tough team for the Lakers to handle. But I mean, I take the Lakers like every game, so I wanted to switch it up. And I don't know, hoping DeMar DeRozan pops off.
Okay, we move on to January 8th, and we got the Knicks versus the Thunder. We all took the Knicks. We got the Suns versus the Pistons. We all took the Suns. Then we got the Celtics versus the Wizards. Roy, explain your pick in taking the Wizards.
I think on this night, Bradley Beal is going to drop 43 points.
43. If he drops 43 points, I'll give you $50.
We'll give you an extra win for the week too.
That too.
We'll put a star beside it.
Okay. You want to start? Okay, next up we got the Pelicans versus the Hornets. Roy and I both took the Pelicans. Zach took the Hornets, and I mean, Zach, you literally just said the Hornets are meh.
Yeah, but so are the Pelicans.
Pelicans beat the Raptors.
And I think earlier they played each other, and I picked the Pelicans. So
and the Hornets won.
And no. I mean, like earlier in this week, don't they play? True. And I picked the Pelicans, so I just flipped it.
I mean, the Pelicans have the MVP.
Zion?
Lonzo?
Zion Williamson.
Lonzo wins an MVP before Zion. You heard it here first.
Lonzo will be the runner-up.
Followed by LaMelo at third.
I mean, Brandon Ingram's probably their best player right now. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just always talk about Zion and Lonzo. Yeah.
Okay, next up we got the next 3 picks. We all have the same. So the Bucks and the Jazz, we all took the Bucks. The Nets and the Grizzlies, we all took the Nets. And the Rockets versus the Magic, we all took the Rockets. Then we got the Kings versus the Raptors, and I took the Kings. They said they're taking the Raptors every game, and I like De'Aaron Fox. So that's why
Didn't you say the Kings weren't very good earlier, though?
They aren't, but they're better than the Raptors. Honestly, I keep
You
saying
like
this.
De'Aaron Fox, eh?
I'm wearing my
John
Raptors
Wall
shirt.
Light.
I'm wearing a Raptors shirt right now, but I don't have them once this week.
You're a Raptors hater, high key.
High key, yes. Yeah, they lost me a bunch of money by beating the Bucks, so yes. And then you got the Lakers and the Bulls, and we all took the Lakers. Hopping into January 9th, the second last day of the week, we got the Nuggets versus the 76ers. Wow, we have all the same picks for the whole day.
Yep, we do.
Nuggets versus the 76ers.
Look at that.
We all got the Nuggets. The Heat versus the Wizards. We all got the Heat. Suns and Pacers. We took the Suns. Hawks and oh no, we don't.
I took the Hornets.
Oh, you took the Hornets.
Yes. I need that win. That will replace one of the Knicks losses this week.
You took the Hornets in both games against the Hawks.
Yes. And then we got the Spurs versus the Wolves. We all took the Spurs. Bucks versus the Cavs. We all took the Bucks. Mavs versus the Magic. We all took the Mavs. And then the Blazers versus the Kings, and we all took the Blazers.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We have all the same picks for the rest of the day. So we move on to Saturday.
You have the
Knicks. Knicks, yes. Yeah. We have one separate one. The Jazz versus Pistons. We all took the Jazz. The Clippers versus the Bulls. Oh, no, and I have the bottom one, too. The Clippers versus the Bulls. We all took the Clippers.
Awful pick.
The Knicks versus the Nuggets. I took the Knicks.
Of all the games, those are the two worst.
Yeah, those are the... Oh, and I took a different team in the Heat-Celtics game.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Nets versus the Thunder. We all took the Nets. Heat versus Celtics. Zach took the Celtics this time around.
And you guys took the Heat. I think we flipped from last time. You guys took the Celtics, and I took the Heat.
Yeah. And then we got the Lakers versus Rockets. We all took the Lakers.
I think the Rockets might win that one, though.
Yeah.
Spurs versus the Wolves. We all took the Spurs. And finally, as Zach said, I'm a high-key Raptors hater. And I took the Warriors over the Raptors, and they both took the Raptors. I'm not worried. I'm going to win this week.
We should have given him a loss just for picking that. You lose this week 2 just for that.
I mean, I already think I'm going to lose week 2.
You're losing currently, but
and I mean,
there's a lot of games left.
Yeah, these are. I got the. Are they up right now?
Yeah.
I got the current standings on screen right now. So, Smeekle in first as of right now, then Zach, then Bobathan.
Yeah, just the way we record this, we have to. We recorded on Saturday night, so we and even if we recorded it on Sunday, we still wouldn't record it in time for all the games to be done because we don't want to record it at like 12 a.m. So we'll just talk about the last week, the following week, and go forward. So this is the current. These are the current things on screen. If Roy still has it up,
yep.
That's what the places we're in, and yeah. Okay, so those are our picks. Let's hop into anything interesting happening in the gaming world this week. I don't really know. I've only really been playing 2K to try and grind to the Galaxy Opal D-Wade. Do you guys know if anything happened?
Dream did a neck reveal.
And yes, I was going to hop into that. Mr. Beast, since there's nothing in gaming, Mr. Beast did his YouTube rewind. Because YouTube said they weren't going to do one because of how bad the year of 2020 was in general. So Mr. Beast took it upon himself to do one. And it was actually really good. If YouTube was smart, they would allow Mr. Beast to continue to do it. Because he killed it. And it was actually what people would want to see in a YouTube rewind. Not to mention, he gave 2 or 3 shoutouts in that video. And they all have now like 110,000 subs. If not more.
Huge.
Yeah, that's huge.
You think you were in the raffle?
Do I think I was in the raffle? I don't think so, man. It would have been so hard. Like,
was there like a criteria you needed to meet?
No, just small YouTube channels.
Yeah, I wonder how he picked those ones. It must have just been random.
Yeah.
Like he.
Did you see he had? Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Okay, he had that lit like the spreadsheets of people who hit what? I'm assuming. Yeah, 1 million and 10 million. I'm assuming that there's like a sheet of that where you can just view like every channel, and he just went down because they were both roughly at the same amount of subs. So.
Yeah, it must have been like 5,000 or lower.
Yeah.
Because there's one. The one had over 1,000.
Oh, okay. So I might have been, but I don't think so. I mean, I've also tweeted at him a lot, so maybe, but.
He deliberately didn't put you in the raffle because of that.
Right?
Like, this guy won't leave me alone.
No,
I know this dude.
He always says he wants people to tweet at him, and he even made an unverified account so people could get closer to him.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, so did you watch it, Zach? I know you don't watch Mr. Beast.
No, I didn't.
It was pretty good.
I don't really watch much YouTube anymore, to be honest.
Honestly, I watch Equals content when he releases it, and then I don't watch really anything else.
Yeah, I watch both of you guys, and then I don't really watch much else. I'll watch some stuff if I go on YouTube and I see my home screen and I like something. I'll be like, okay. But
I watch a bit of wrestling stuff, and if Mr. Beast uploads, I'll watch him. But other than that,
I usually just watch like the D'Amelios, James Charles.
Yeah, same. Anything on
Larry or however you say his name.
Yeah, I think it's Larray.
Let's get James Charles on the podcast.
That would be a dream.
Right? Just to hear the intro, instead of me, it's just, hey there, sisters!
It's hi, sisters.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Hey there, sisters.
You know what? I'll just fuck off.
Come on, man.
That was not going to come on.
Yeah, that was not going for sure.
Fire me and replace me with James Charles.
I would love to.
Yeah, 100%. If that was an option, it wouldn't even be the second thought.
These are my friends. These are my friends.
He's James Charles. Come on.
I'm your friend. Jeez. No, but one thing I didn't want to talk about in the YouTube community. Well, I mean, I don't know how many people consider him part of the community, but you got Keemstar, and on I think it was Wednesday, he tweeted, and he's tweeted this before. He tweeted, "I will go on anyone's podcast over the next like 2.5 hours. I'll do a bunch. Just respond, and we'll DM you." And I seriously contemplated doing it. But I went on Discord. It was a little early. It was at like 11:30 in the morning. Neither of you guys were on Discord, and Zach hadn't answered my text yet. So I just said, they're probably busy or asleep. So I just said no. But if I see it again, I think I'm going to comment and just try.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, might as well.
It'd be pretty cool. Just have someone stop in. So
you're also a huge Keemstar fan, so
$1 in the woods. $1.
Second best YouTube song of all time.
Everyday Bros #1, right?
No. Number one is Justin Roberts' song. I forget what it's called.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Six
about.
Figures. Six Figures.
I've never heard it.
No, you definitely have. I've played it a lot.
Okay, I mean, if you played it, I've probably heard it. But again, I have the worst.
I was only for.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the best YouTube song of all time.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. No. Zach, do you want to hop into your takes?
Sure. You done talking about Justin Roberts and Six Figures?
I don't even know who it is other than that. I will say...
I think he was in Team 10. I think so anyways, yeah.
I am working on a video that I haven't told you guys about, and I'm not going to tell you guys about for the podcast channel. I'll send it to you guys before I upload it live. But
I was gonna say, you're just gonna upload it without us knowing.
Once I send it to you, you won't have to go through it. You'll understand. But I'm not going to tell you. I have it. I've been working on it the past couple of days. It's what I do while I play 2K. Whenever someone hits pause or something. So.
All right.
Zach, we can hop into your takes.
Okay, here we go. So my first take is that it's topical. New Year's is the worst. And I've said this to you before, Tanner, but I hate New Year's. New Year's Eve, like the whole holiday, if it's a holiday. But I think it's the worst one of them all.
I would say it's a holiday, yes, because it's a stat holiday. Not New Year's Eve. New Year's Day is.
Yeah.
I just don't get the celebration. I do agree with you. I think it's overrated.
It's like a whole build up to like 5 seconds of like an actual thing, and then
I like the night though. You should have a good time.
Usually, it's okay. Like
year.
I don't know, it's too crowded for just like another day for me. You know, I don't know.
I agree.
Like coming off of the hype of Christmas, it's like.
I think the time the worst is the time between Christmas and New Year is like the biggest blur of time ever.
Yeah.
Like it's just something like we were mentioning beforehand. We didn't realize it was Saturday and that we had to record today. But it's because the whole week just blurs together, especially being in lockdown.
I just forgot we had a podcast, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't know. Completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
First you guys believe me and then you forget about the podcast. Sad face.
Well, once James Charles is a part of it, we won't be forgetting about it. I'll go on to my next take. So my next take is James Charles. No. My next take is the order goes like this, okay? Chocolate, candy, then chips.
Candy,
one,
chocolate,
candy, two.
chips.
Oh,
I like candy the most. I don't like chips really though.
Are we counting popcorn as chips?
Yeah.
Yeah? Then it goes popcorn, candy, chocolate.
Okay.
I mean, popcorn would definitely improve the chip category, but I don't like chips. I like crunchy Cheetos.
Yeah, like I like some chips. Like I like Takis, and like I hate Cheetos. Actually, to be honest, like I hate Cheetos.
I hate the puffy Cheetos.
Yeah,
the crunchy ones are dope.
No, I like the puffy ones at times, but I gotta be in the mood for them.
And then I like some chips. I really like what's it called? Sweet chili heat. Like so good.
I think sweet chili heat's so overrated.
And I like Lay's a lot, but you know what I think are the worst? All dressed Ruffles chips or any Ruffles chips are disgusting. Any Ruffles chips are gross.
No, Americans, all dressed is a flavor we have here in Canada. It's great. Don't listen to Zach.
Anything Ruffles is gross.
I think I like Ruffles. I don't like Lay's. I hate Lay's original.
Yeah, Lay's original.
Lay's original
is too much like salt. Like I can't. Yeah, I'll have like 3 and I'll be like, okay.
Here's the thing. Ruffles gives you the option to dip. You can't dip Lay's chips.
If I'm gonna eat
they're breaking.
If I'm gonna eat a dip chip though, I'm gonna have like Tostitos or something. Like
but you're not gonna have hell of a good dip in Tostitos.
I've never had that in my life.
Oh yeah, with the Ruffles, that's good.
Hell of a good dip. The best snack.
But Ruffles on its own can't stand on its own. You can't just because it's a dippable chip. Then Tostitos chips are like the best chips because you can dip them. You can eat Ruffles on its own. No,
can you say that ruffles your feathers? I thought that was funny.
Why would any of us think that? Why would anyone think that was funny?
I don't know the word Ruffles.
That was an absolutely horrid joke.
This is bullying.
That was not great.
Oh my god. Move on to the next thing.
Roy's face was just still for like a solid 30 seconds.
Move on. I'm done with you guys.
Okay.
I'm glad I'm getting fired.
Yeah. See, James Charles wouldn't make bad jokes like that.
No comment.
Okay, so my next thing is KD is still the second best player in the league.
Oh yeah, he's been going off.
At the minimum, he's the second best player in the league.
He's been looking great.
And see, I told y'all when I did my picks at the start of the year, he was coming back.
Yeah, I should have put him higher.
Gosh, should have had him higher.
Yeah, he literally looks the same as he did before, if not better.
He looks like he hasn't missed a step.
Yeah.
He's shooting like 80% from 3 or something this year. Like, it's something crazy. I mean, all he did was work on his jumper for 2 years and get healthy, so.
Did he have 2 years off?
Like a year
well,
extra with COVID.
Yeah, it was quite a bit longer, I guess.
So next one. If the Raptors don't land a big free agent next year, it might be time to start a rebuild. And I say this because a lot of their players are good. They got rid of a lot of their depth in Ibaka and Gasol. Oh. Sorry, someone called me. And then they got rid of a lot of their depth. So if they don't get a big free agent, I don't see them contending for a championship anytime soon. Might as well just start to rebuild, look for a star. I mean, you've already got Siakam. So, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely don't look nearly as good without like Ibaka and Gasol. Like, you
get a superstar on this team, and I think they lost Rondé Hollis-Jefferson too. Like, they lost a lot of their depth.
Yeah.
You get a star though, and put this on this team. You can build around it with Siakam. Like, you're set. But if they don't land a big free agent, which Toronto hasn't had a history of really doing, then
they definitely need another guy that's like with Siakam. Because I mean, he's just not great at being the star. He's a great like a second option type of player.
Yeah, he's great. I think he's a really good player, and obviously a lot of the hate was unjust, but he's not your number one superstar going to win you a championship.
No, yeah. Agreed.
I mean, if they get Harden, who knows? But
I don't think he's going to the Raptors.
Nah,
not his choice. Not his choice.
If he's leaving, I think he's going to the Celtics.
He doesn't want to go to Toronto.
I think the Nuggets. I think he might go to the Nuggets. I think he might. Apparently, the Rockets want Michael Porter Jr.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll see.
Be interesting.
I think he's going Nuggets or I don't know, maybe 76ers.
But, I mean, Denver is an increase.
Huh? Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, you get crack it first. Don't hit it on my head. That's gonna hurt. What?
Your poor headset.
Oh yeah. Just go for it. Oh.
That's one.
Well, that's one. Yeah, so I guess we can explain it now.
I mean, that's
you doing the other two?
Is it 3?
Yeah.
She came up with 1.
Well, it's 3 whenever she wants, right?
Yeah, so tell him we're probably going for another 20 minutes.
This is bad though. Now I can't click anything now. It's all over my hands.
Tell her to bring you a cloth or something.
Can I get a cloth?
Yeah, you can wipe your hands off. That's it. Oh my god.
Look at my hands.
The punishment is that
it didn't stay on my head. It just went straight down.
So the punishment is whoever had lost last week got to have 3 eggs cracked on their head at any random time during recording. Marissa's done 1. We tell her we probably got like 15, 20 minutes left at most. So,
I mean, I think 1's good.
Whoa. I would have taken all 3.
Here's the thing. If I'm nice, maybe mine will be easier if I lose later. So, I think 1's good.
Yeah, that's on me.
Yeah.
And then both of you guys are like, fuck you, you're doing it fully.
Well, yeah.
I can't see.
I was honestly when we first hopped on video, I was like, why is Roy not wearing a hat? And then I remembered, I was like, oh man.
Yeah, I was gonna wear a hat.
That's fair.
I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, keep going, Zach.
Okay. My next take is that the World Juniors are pretty boring
The World Juniors suck
for hockey championship until the semifinals.
Yeah, I mean, Germany got beat 16-2.
And Austria lost like 11-0 on the same day.
But Germany then went and won, but they got eliminated today against Russia. They only lost by 1, so they could clearly hang, just not with Canada.
I mean, and then Switzerland lost to Canada, like 14-0 or like 9-0 or something like that.
I don't know.
Like, it's just, I get it. They're trying to grow the sport, and like it gives the players a chance to play for their country and stuff like that. But it's just for the viewer, it's hard to watch. It's like I'd flip through it and I'd be like, okay, it's 60-0. It's 11-0. I don't want to watch any of this.
I saw some guy take a shot for every goal Canada scored. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, there's four or five teams that just are so much better than everyone else.
Yeah.
Any given year, yeah. So it's just. Anyways, to my next take, steak is overrated.
Steak?
I really like steak.
It's good.
I like steak too, but I don't know. Like again, it's like bacon where everyone's like, oh, steak.
Yeah, I don't think it's the greatest thing ever.
It's like,
I prefer seafood, like a lobster.
Exactly, same. Yeah, I'll take seafood over steak any day. Lobster, crab.
Steak, but not. I don't think I'd take seafood.
No.
Like a good burger.
Yeah, I mean, like if I'm going to like a steak restaurant, I'll get a steak, but like it's also like crazy expensive sometimes at some restaurants. It's like,
it is.
Like I don't even like it that much. Not paying that much for it, but yeah, I think it's a little overrated. Unless it's like a sandwich, like a steak and cheese sandwich.
Philly cheese steak, yeah.
It's not even a steak. Philly cheese steak are made with like roast beef.
Yeah, I know it's not even, but like a steak and cheese sub or something. So good. But the Subway steak, I remember. Have you guys seen that video from like a year ago?
I don't want to know. Stop. We'll just keep going. We don't need to talk about it.
From what?
It's what I eat at Subway. We don't need to talk about this. It's the
There's
only
like a video of like the steak from Subway. It's like in a brick. And they like break it up.
I mean, that's what I expect.
I know, like
they're looking at it.
Yeah, I don't expect like the highest quality.
Yeah, I mean their chicken.
You see it in the little tray, and it's like it looks like cold, and
their chicken's like 40% real. The rest is just other stuff.
It's also like frozen half the time. You see their chicken, they have to like microwave it.
What is it still better than that chicken Caesar wrap you got from Lonnie's?
That was the worst sandwich I've ever had in my life. It was like 100% lettuce. And it took like 3 hours to make it, yeah. It was brutal. Anyways, Lonnie slander here, but next take, and my last one. Chris Paul is still a top 10 point guard, maybe higher.
Right now, yeah, for sure.
I mean, like, who's better than him? I guess it counts as, if you count a certain players as a point guard. Like, if Luka's a point guard, sure. LeBron, he's a point. If you want to count him as a point guard, sure.
Giannis is a point guard.
No, I wouldn't include Giannis and LeBron.
According to 2K.
Well, according to the thing, LeBron plays point guard every night, so.
On the depth charts, and LeBron's usually starting at small forward because they usually have two other guards. But Luka, I would consider a point guard because he does play that mainly.
Yeah, like I'll put Luka, Steph. I'll probably put CP3 over Russ now. Kyrie over CP3 probably.
Yeah, Lillard,
yeah. Other than that,
I mean Ben Simmons probably. Like
Ben Simmons, yeah, he's
right
like
there,
6'10" point guard too, though. That's like another one where it's like,
if he learns to shoot threes, we can talk.
I mean, he's still pretty much unstoppable without it.
Yeah.
And then if you count Harden as a point guard, he's more of a shooting guard to me, but he plays point, like he handles the ball.
I mean, they got John Wall in there, so I could consider him a shooting guard.
What is KD? Kyrie's the point guard, right?
KD's a small forward, power forward.
Yeah, think he's power forward now, technically, since who do they have? I guess they had Dinwiddie, but he's injured now, so.
Yeah. Isn't Dinwiddie's a 2, I thought it was a 2 guard.
Yeah, he was a 2, and then...
But Karis LeVert's playing shooting guard, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think now. And then Joe Harris.
Oh, true, Joe Harris.
Okay,
yeah, anyways. Those have been my takes. Done now.
Yeah, pretty good takes.
Yeah, not too many arguments besides the chocolate chips.
The chips. It's just the Ruffles.
The Ruffles are trash, man. They're trash. They're trash. They're absolute garbage.
Actually, the only time, so I've had chips, I think, twice now since trying to start losing weight.
Getting back on the argument.
No. And just the one time I had Ruffles, and the rest, they get weird. They get baked chips here rather than normal chips. So
I kind of like baked chips.
They're not bad.
Those are good.
Like the Lay's baked. Those are pretty good.
I don't know. Did you guys? This is a weird question because every time I've asked people this, they're like, "You're weird. No one had that at the school." But did your elementary school have a school store?
We did merch.
No, not merch.
We did we do a can if it depending on the season we do candy cane sales and sour keys and stuff
there was this storage room that our school turned into a school store, and so for the lunch portion of recess, they take 2 students and we would work the store and sell stuff.
Sounds illegal.
We sold chips. We sold freezies. We sold.
You guys get paid?
No,
child labor. Did you get volunteer hours?
No, we were in elementary school. But
this is high. What was
elementary school? Great.
We had to do volunteer hours in elementary school too.
Oh, we didn't.
Oh, really?
It wasn't you didn't have to do them to pass, but it was they told you had to do them, but you didn't.
No, we got paid each time we worked it. You could take 1 bag of chips or 1 chocolate milk. They were charging $3 per bags of chips, and they were the small ones.
That's brutal. Right? We did sour keys and stuff sometimes, and it would be 25 cents or something like that for a sour key, and kids would go down there with $4 and just load up on sour keys and candy canes and stuff.
Fair. I don't know if you guys had it. I don't think Roy's school did. I think there was only 2 or 3 in the area, but we had a special needs class. I don't know if
we had one.
Roy.
Yeah, we had one.
We did. Yeah. And they would come around with coffee and stuff, and they did this in our high school too. They'd come around with coffee and stuff, and the teachers could buy coffee off them. So that was
teaching them work skills and stuff. Yeah, they did stuff like that for us in elementary school.
No, it popped in my head, the school store, and I had talked to someone about it the other day, and they're that's weird. We had never heard of that. Yeah,
that sounds odd. I mean, we had a school store, but it was
merch.
Only sometimes. Yeah.
Roy,
it wasn't merch. It wasn't merch. I was asking if yours was merch.
No. Our school told us for years, because as we were getting older, we saw other schools we were a really small school. We saw other schools having grad hoodies and stuff. We always ask, can we get grad hoodies at our school? And they're no. The year we graduated, they're okay, the school itself will buy everyone a grad t-shirt, and all the graduates can sign it and give it to people. We graduated, the next year the school bought everyone hoodies, and keep doing it now.
Ours, you had a choice to do, you could buy a grad hoodie or a grad shirt if you wanted one.
Yeah, ours, we had a grad hoodie. You had to buy it. It's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
It was $60 or $70.
Yeah, I mean, our high school, all the hoodies were so expensive.
Ours were too, but they were always Nike or Under Armour or something.
Oh yeah, so our high schools we were Under Armour everything for the longest time.
I think I have an Offset hoodie in my closet, but that's it.
Yeah, I have some of those too. None of them fit, but there's something else, but I can't remember. Oh, Roy, every time I tell people about MSIP, no one understands.
Really?
That's so weird. I told Zach, and Zach's that's so dumb. It was our mandatory study hall period.
Yeah, I would just leave.
I mean, well, you have
in grade 12, no one gave a
It
fuck.
also just seems like it makes school longer.
No, it doesn't.
No.
So I go ahead, Roy.
Well, usually they call it like, isn't it like study hall? Isn't that like a
In
class
the U.S.,
in
but
the
it's
U.S.?
not really a thing anymore. I think.
No,
No.
I thought it was a good use of a period.
Nah.
Like, how long was your day? Like, what?
So we started at 8:50 and we went to 2:40. But instead of 90-minute classes, all the classes shrank down to 75. And they took the time from I think they all shrank down to 60.
Yeah, there's 60.
And then that time was added into a mandatory study hall period. So we had 5 periods instead of 4, like they used to have, and they were just shorter classes.
True. That's not bad.
I hated MSIP.
I mean, I prefer that than another.
That's fair.
Whatever of classes.
Yeah, and I mean that was the only really the only mixed grade class because like how much older is your sister's only a year older than us, right? Right?
Yeah.
I had MSIP with her, but we also had like grade 12s in our class, and I was in grade 9.
Yeah.
Like, so it's most of the time the grade 12s would actually do work, and then everyone else wouldn't do anything.
Yeah,
so,
they're trying to get them.
Uni grades.
Uni grades, exactly.
Well, it also really depended on the teacher you had for MSIP. If you had a bad teacher for MSIP, it sucked. Because they wouldn't let you talk or anything.
I don't think I ever had a bad teacher. Like, they're all pretty chill.
I had Gao once, and I didn't show up.
All right, this guy's shouting out teachers now.
He's just saying their names.
I don't care.
Slagging off teachers now.
I don't care. No. But yeah. I don't know. I think we're good. I think we're done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next episode, you won't be seeing Bobathan. Instead, you'll be seeing James Charles.
Yes.
If you guys can get James Charles for a podcast episode, I won't show up.
And we're going back to the thick name.
Oh, what?
3 thick guys. Because James Charles is back.
He is. Ooh.
Here we're going back to the thick guy.
Yeah, if you guys can get James Charles, I'll quit. I'll tender my resignation.
All right.
You really don't like James Charles?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'll gladly do the podcast with James Charles.
Well, we'll still give you 5% when you're not here anymore.
I want 10.
Are you kidding me?
Well, all right.
Okay, 7.5. 7.5.
You don't have room to negotiate. You either
accept you're not even.
Damn. Whatever. Replace me. No, but I think that's it for the week. Next week, you'll see whatever punishment we decide. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If so, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.